Let's get right to our strategy session. Joining us, the Democratic strategist, Jamal Simmons. He's a principal over at the Raven Group here in Washington. Also joining us, our CNN political contributor, the Republican strategist, Alex Castellanos. Guys, thanks very much for coming in. White House has been releasing a bunch of still photographs of the president during critical moments in the debate. Look at this picture. I want to put it up on the screen. There you see over at the White House the president and John Boehner, the Speaker of the House. I think they developed sort of good relationship during the course of these tough negotiations. Boehner yesterday announced this, and in explaining why he thought it was a good deal when all was said and done. Let me play it for you guys.
You look at this final agreement that we came to with the White House, I got 98% of what I wanted. I'm pretty happy.
All right, 98%, not much of a compromise. If the president only got 2%.
Well, you talk to a lot of progressives and liberals out there, they would probably agree with John Boehner that he got 98%. Progressives really wanted to see some revenues in this deal.
Which means tax
increases, or at least loopholes closed, you raise the revenue. People really wanted to see that. And what the president did do was he protected Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security.
At least for now.
For now, which is a big deal. And I think he's going to hang his hat on that as he goes around.
So why did so many conservative Republicans hate this deal? If the Speaker, the leader of the Republicans in the House of Representatives, if the Speaker says he got 98% of what he wanted?
Because a lot of Republicans are concerned that the debt ceiling was a problem, but the actual debt was the real crisis, and they wanted to make a bigger impact on that.
Why didn't they realize that if you let the debt ceiling collapse in effect and there's a default, then you're going to have an even bigger debt problem because interest rates will go up, the value of the dollar will go down, unemployment will go up, there's going to be a lot more spending, if you will.
Well, they did realize that, but why would you say drive a car 100 miles an hour down the highway, endangering yourself and perhaps others? Only because you think there could be a bigger problem. Your child is sick in the car, you got to get him to the hospital. Republicans think that the long-term debt structure in this country is going to devastate us all. And this was their way to put pressure on Obama and the Democrats to cut spending, and guess what? They got a lot of what they wanted.
And they did secure the agenda, if you will. They got the President of the United States to walk away. Even as recently as a week ago Monday, he was saying there had to be some, quote, revenue, meaning tax reform.
Well, the Republicans are very good at adding more conditions to the deal. Every time the deal seemed to get close enough to grab, they'd add another condition.
They played the hand well.
They played the hand well, I got to admit it.
So you think they're better negotiators than the Democrats?
Well, I think in the last couple of negotiations, they have figured out a spot to get the president in the corner, and they came out of the deal pretty well. The problem is the American people haven't come out very well, because most people, according to the New York Times poll a little while ago, 53% of Americans think the economy and jobs are the #1 issue. And we have yet to see a jobs bill out of the Republican House. We have yet to see an economic stimulus package or some kind of economic package that would boost the economy out of the Republican House. And a lot of people are waiting to see that, and we're hoping the president gets back to that.
The president spoke about that. He immediately pivoted at the White House today when he went out in the Rose Garden to speak right after the bill passed the United States Senate. He immediately focused attention on what everyone could do to create some jobs. I'll play this clip.
We've got to do everything in our power to grow this economy and put America back to work. That's what I intend to do, and I'm looking forward to working with Congress to make it happen.
And he outlined, 7 or 8 specific steps that he thought could be taken relatively quickly to put people back to work.
Nice for the president to show up on that. I thought the other thing he did, though, today, 10 minutes after the last war was over, he started a new one. He declared war again on upper-income taxpayers, job makers, entrepreneurs. That's not how you grow the economy. If American businesses out there sitting on piles of cash. Why? Because they don't know how much Barack Obama is going to raise their taxes. They don't know how much his health care plan is going to cost. And what does Barack Obama do today? He looks them right in the eye and says, buddy, you better save that money because I'm coming after you.
You know what American businesses...
That's an anti-stimulant.
What American businesses want is demand from consumers. What they want are people who are out there buying products. Now, I'll tell you, if a company had more demand for their products, which means more people have jobs, people are using the income from those jobs to go out and buy things, they wouldn't be worried as much about taxes and these other issues. If they have demand, they will sell.
What I heard the president say today is he wanted another one-year extension of a tax cut, a payroll tax cut for middle-class families. That's not a tax increase. That's another extension of a tax cut.
He's still talking about millionaires and billionaires. He's still talking about taking the most successful people in the economy and pretending they're the enemy.
Alex, they have to participate.
If they are participating right now, they're paying the best part of the largest part of taxes. Look, Ronald Reagan cut taxes on the rich. The share of federal taxes they were paying went up. John F. Kennedy cut taxes on the rich. The share of taxes they paid went up. That's the way. George Bush, by the way, cut taxes on the rich. And after the Bush tax cuts, we had 52 straight months of economic growth. Government revenues increased, and the share the rich paid.
But then everything collapsed under those lower tax rates.
We had 8 years of growth.
And we bailed out the banks, and they gave themselves bonuses. We bailed out the auto companies. The auto companies are starting to make money again. When is it when the American people get to participate in the economic recovery? That's what the American people want. That's what Democrats are focused on. And I think the Republicans are in a bad spot trying to defend millionaires and billionaires.
The issue is going to be jobs, jobs, jobs.
Growth,
and we'll
taxes.
we'll continue this and how to create those jobs. And there's a good debate that will continue as well, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was